Oh, the irony. Let's read what it says. Louis Farrakhan files $5 billion defamation suit against the ADL over false over false anti-Semitism claims. Indeed, the irony. Let's see. Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan, who for decades has spotted off about satanic Jews who controlled the government and Hollywood and once called Hitler a great man, is claiming his venomous reputation is a false narrative pushed by the Anti-Defamation League. Farrakhan, aged 90, has filed a $4.8 billion Manhattan federal court lawsuit against the civil rights group, accusing it of interfering with his First Amendment rights by wrongfully labeling him an anti-Semite. This lawsuit is to ensure that the abuse, misuse, and false use of the term anti-Semite, anti-Semitic, and anti-Semitism as falsely charged by the ADL is permanently barred from being a tool to defame and stifle the exercise of constitutional rights he contends in court papers. Farrakhan contended he has never harmed a hair on the head of any Jewish person or even advocated for such, and boasted his honors, respect, and even admires many members of the Jewish community, which includes his boyhood idol and one of the greatest violinists, I'm not going to butcher this name, Jaska Hafiz, who was a Russian Jew and his own Jewish violin teachers. He called his continuous relationship with the ADL a battle of biblical proportion and buttressed his court filings with 787 pages of supporting documents. Farrakhan has referred to Jews as termites, allegedly called Judaism a gutter religion, and proclaimed the powerful Jews are my enemy. The Jews have been so bad at politics they lost half their population in the Holocaust, he said during the 1998 speech. Jews are responsible for all this filth and degenerate behavior that Hollywood is putting out, turning men into women and women into men, he said more recently in 2018. The Anti-Defamation League is an un-American organization and has woven itself into the fabric of both the United States government in general and into local governments within America in particular to advocate interests that are un-American to the extent that it tramples and trammels upon the constitutional rights of Mr. Farrakhan, an American citizen, he said in the lawsuit. The dispute began in 1984, according to Farrakhan, when he supported then presidential candidate Jesse Jackson after he was accused of referring to Jews with a racial slur. It became a Minister Farrakhan unwavering defense of himself and Reverend Jackson that the ADL began plastering him with the false and injurious label of anti-Semite, Farrakhan said in court papers. While the ADL typically doesn't comment on litigation, Director Jonathan Greenblatt told the Post the suit has no merit. Louis Farrakhan is an anti-Semite, one needed need look no further than his own words and statements to come away with the same conclusion, he said. Lawyers for Farrakhan did not immediately return a message seeking comment. So basically, so basically, this so basically, Louis Farrakhan is suing the ADL for in a $5 billion defamation suit because they falsely accused him of being anti-Semite. And suppose if Louis Farrakhan win his case over the ADL, that's going to spell trouble for all these retarded fuck-ass haters going around using anti-Semitism as a weapon to go against any opposition. And yeah, the ADL can deny it all they like. But suppose if Louis Farrakhan does have a case, then what? And keep in mind, this ain't the first time the ADL found themselves in hot water over false claims of anti-Semitism. They've been through this shit before, and oftentimes they lost. But we're gonna see how this turns out. Stay tuned. And with that, I'm out this bitch. Later.